Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Deborah Gundari. It's good to be back on your screen. How are you doing? You're welcome back to my channel. To my old subscribers, you are highly welcome. I celebrate you. And to my new subscriber, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. And thank you for stopping by. And I just before, make sure you watch to the end and then subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Yeah, thank you for doing that. Click that bell now. Click click that subscribe button right now. Yeah, thank you for watching my video. So on this channel I talk about my faith, my lifestyle, life in the UK, career, when I career, marriage, relationship, and sometimes lifestyle vlog. So when I talk about my faith, I'm a Christian, so I like to share what I'm learning per season, and as God lays it in my heart, I do that. Yeah, so so today I'm going to be talking about a trending issue, a trending news, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm going to, since it's about marriage and it's something that I have interest in, I'm just going to share my thoughts on this. And so it's about this news of the Moroccan football player Hakimi and his wife. They got a divorce. They went, and then in court they were supposed to share Hakimi's property, and they got to realize that Hakimi bought almost everything he has in his mom's name, and he doesn't even have a property and he earns a lot of money. Yeah. So, and people, different comments here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. And it's been so, I've been following the news, and I'm like, to my own thoughts, my own, when I first saw the news, I'm just like, there's actually wrong with the marriage from the very beginning, because the foundation was not right. And I think they've been playing themselves over the years, knowing that, in a culture, because he obviously is from Morocco, right? But I'm sure he's doing it because he plays for PSG, right? So he's been exposed to the Western world, and we all know that um, divorce is something that is rampant, especially in this generation. And and then when divorce happen, you have to share your property. So I think he was just playing smart. I think he was playing smart, and they've been playing themselves over the years. That's my assumption, and that's my thought. And but why it's now becoming like, in my part of where I come from in Nigeria, and then people trying to say, oh, the truth of the matter is, some people thought that the wife is not part of your family, that the wife is the main person. So I'm just going to be addressing that, because I was just amazed, like seeing, like on Facebook, and I'm seeing people's comments on that, like, yeah, your wife is all your family, your mom is a sure person that can, you can be safe with her, or you can save your money with her and everything like that. And I'm like, then there's something wrong. And that's where I'm going to be talking about today. God ordained marriage, God. And I'll be talking about what God's purpose for marriage, because a lot of people they don't even know. And today my focus will be on, I know my thoughts are not in two place, but my focus will be on godly marriage. I don't think, because the thing is, when you look at it, this Hakimi issue, they are not. I don't think they are Christians, and they have different values and beliefs. But as Christians, as people that, and I believe that most of my audience would share almost the same value with me, and I'm trying to attract people like that here. So God's purpose for marriage is that, a man will leave his parents and cling to his wife. That is God's purpose. That is God's purpose for marriage. That is God's idea for marriage. It's not that, oh, and I'm just like, I had different comment, like, uh, um So people are saying that don't, you can't trust women, and I'm like, you can't trust women. That means that you cannot even trust yourself, because if you gone ahead to marry someone that you cannot trust, what was wrong with you in the first place that you marry someone you cannot trust? So I know there are a lot of, this thing is actually a foundational issue, but I have come to tell you today that God's plan is for you and your wife to stick together, leave your parents, your mother. What Hakimi has done in my own world, in what I believe, in the Bible that I read, is wrong. Because when you are married, you are one with your husband, that you are legally married with your husband or your wife. You're supposed to stay at one and do everything as one. That is God's plan for you. So God's plan is that for you and your wife to stay together, have a family, let your finance be together. You're supposed to be one in everything that you do. When you say that your marriage is not working in that dimension, you need to, and you are Christians, you want a godly marriage, then something is wrong somewhere. You should be united in everything that you do, and not outsmart or play smart on each other. That is not God's plan. That is not God's idea for marriage. Yeah, and then all these comments and everything on your wife is not your family, and then some people were now saying that, oh, you cannot. I think Solomon Bucci, is an influencer in this social media world. Yeah, he was saying that your wife is supposed to be your next of kin. Come and see comment again. That way, you've not seen some women. They are not sensible. You give them your money and you are gone. I know that there are women that, and there are men too, that you cannot trust. But the thing is, you should marry someone that you can, as a Christian, as a child of God. I know maybe I'm going to do a video on or I think my husband and I, we've done a video like that, on the kind of men you should marry, or kind of person you should marry. You know, so all those things, you should be able to put someone you marry, you should be able to trust them. Nobody is perfect here, but at least to an extent, you should be able to say, oh, this person. And then your wife, your husband is supposed to be your next of kin, not your brother, not your sister, anything. Because this is your family. This is the person closer to you. Not that you have gotten married to the person and you have said, I'm going to do. Why do they call your wife life partner? Because you're doing life together. Then why do you now have to bring a third party into the equation? That's not God's plan for you. Your parents-in-law, they have their place in your marriage. They have their place, but that doesn't mean you have a nuclear family, and that nuclear family is your husband, and you and your husband and your children, and then you're supposed to live in unity. So I just said, let me say this, because we're just going around like, what Hakimi has done. People already started forming their own opinion, ideology about stuff like that. The thing is, as for me, it is just a news for celebrity news, because they are not Christian, and that is not God. And people do whatever they want to do, in as much that they don't know God. So that's my personal belief, right? But if you're going to do it God's way, it is God's purpose and God's plan that you stay united. Let everything that you do, you and your husband, you live in unity. Do not keep secret from each other. Be transparent to each other, and don't allow third party into your marriage. And then make sure that in your documentation, let your wife be your husband be your next of kin. Be wise. Because we've seen situation in where, just it's just nice for it just shows that you are united. You are just united. Why should you go and make your brother your next of kin? That means you are saying that they are superior to your wife. That means you have placed them above your wife. Your wife is your family, because you have come together to form a nuclear family, and that is what marriage is all about. I pray that God will help every one of us in this journey of life. Different people coming up with different things, and the grace for us to do marriage right and do it in accordance to the will of God. pray that God will give unto us. Divorce is not of God's will. You know, if you can try as much as possible to stay united, iron out your issue each and every single time, and God is always, always on our side. Amen. Amen, church. Amen. Yeah, that's it. I just said let me drop my 2 cents to this matter going on. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Before you go, please subscribe to my channel, share with friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care of yourself. Be good. Bye. Morioluwa, stop it. My God already said he wants to be part of the video.